everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants will need to be on top of their game if they want to come away with win number 9 on the season. It's the Bears going up against the Giants. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium as we welcome in our guys, Brandon Guyton and Sean Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the #1 overall selection back in 2005 out of the University of Utah. It's Alex Smith.
I think one of the things that attracted people to Alex Smith initially was ability, and that's never changed. That guy's so accurate and takes care of it so well. He rarely puts his team in bad situations.
Now a play fake here on first down. Walker with a grab, left side. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back on the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
And Walker has it. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Finding time. Still back there. Penalty marker is down here.
Holding offense. The penalty is declined.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center. One receiver left, that's Allen. They go play action here on 1st down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Kamar Aiken, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Now it's the Princeton man. This is Spencer Ware. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Whenever I go to a team's practice facility to watch them work, I love to watch the defensive guys in what they call pursuit drills. The ball goes either towards them or away from them. How fast will they respond? On this play, the defensive end responded better than anyone and made a really nice play.
And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense.
So a pass interference here, and this is obviously a call we see all the time, but for the defender, it's becoming almost impossible to play defense in some of these situations.
You're trying to play through the receiver to the football. If there's any contact at all before he gets there, those officials will throw the flag and call interference.
And he's brought down. They'll get 17 yards there, and it'll be a Chicago first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
It's Ware. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It's the first time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Ziggy Ansah, in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. On now, it's Blair Walsh as he'll try the field goal here. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
On the return now, it's Josh Huff. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
On 2nd down, Martin, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. And he's got his man Hilton. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A big pickup there on the run. 31 yards.
Now, that's the Doug Martin we saw, not just in his rookie year when he burst on the scene out of Boise State, but how about in 2015 when he earned a big-time contract extension from Tampa Bay?
Yeah, you mentioned it, from Boise State, 31st pick back in 2012. They run, Martin, and effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. That one good for 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. The inaugural carry for Darren McFadden. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Mike Nugent now to line up for the field goal. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
Two seconds to go, first quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
And a nifty little deep juke spin move. Not a great deal there on the back end, but a nice gain still.
Really tough drive, but that run help salvage something there, because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for the...
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Doug Martin, his 5th touchdown now on the year, and the Giants are in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, try to run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, and result, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Allen has it, left side. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. On the ground, this is Ware. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 12. And that leads to a Chicago first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but That's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him. Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And this one is right down Broadway. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Again, it's Martin. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
So defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Now Smith. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They run the counter with Martin. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a 1st down.
1st down. Here's the run with Martin. Past the 20. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A minute 59 to go in the 1st half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. A shotgun snap for Smith. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right. The sync just wasn't there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. He's got time. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. Complete. Spencer Ware, the intended target. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And Reed with it over the middle. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Back to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll be a 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll look to throw again. And this is incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Back to throw again. And he finds his man, Kamar Aiken. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And Aiken with it over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and that'll bring up a third down. Now on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll set up to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brian Robinson in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part,